YouTube, what is going on today? I hope you're having a nice day. Let's get into this video. Today, as you can see by the title, I am going to be showing my favorite vintage Pokemon cards that I have, my top 10. I have a lot of them. I have a few binders full of first edition cards and whatever. So it was tough to decide some of these, but I put a stack together of my 10 favorite ones. Not my 10 most valuable, although most of them are probably my most valuable as well. But they are the top 10. There's some runner-ups too that I have at the end, some honorable mentions. So let's get into it. Number 10 here is a Fossil Zapdos. It's not first edition. It is just base set. I don't even know. I think they have first edition Fossil. Anyways, yeah, I think this is a really cool Zapdos artwork. I don't think it gets a lot of love. As you can see, it's pretty shiny there. We've seen in the celebrations the Rocket Zapdos, which is also cool artwork, but I really like this one a lot. All right, so that's number 10. Number 9, we have the Game Boy Meowth promo. So you can see there's a really nice swirl up there in the right. Most of these are pretty mint condition too. Funny story, actually, I got these binders out of a storage locker. So yeah, it was a huge come up. Maybe one day I'll go through all those on camera, but I kind of picked through them, grabbed the hollows, put the hollows in these cases, kind of left the rest in there. A lot of first edition cards, a lot of multiples, some really cool stuff. It was a pretty sweet day going in there and finding some vintage Pokemon. Anyways, number 8, we've got a Pikachu here. This is one of the classic artworks. I believe this might be a Game Boy promo as well. I could be wrong. Bear with me, some of these I don't really know the background of. But yeah, this is a really cool Pikachu card. Promo. Pretty mint condition as well. Moving on. We got a Dark Hypno first edition holo. Such a sweet looking card. I really like the eyes in the background just looking at you. Hypno, I feel like Hypno hasn't really seen a lot of love in the modern sets compared to a lot of older Pokemon that are starting to get some love back. I have a stack of my favorite modern cards over here for another video that I'll be filming right after this. So soon after this video is out, that video will be out as well. But here's a Dark Hypno first edition. Looks really nice. It's a really sweet card. Next we got a Japanese card. And it is, what do you know? A Hypno. I really like Hypno a lot. He's one of my favorite. Again, doesn't see a lot of love in the modern day. At least I haven't seen it. He might have been released in modern Pokemon, but I haven't seen it yet. But this is a really sweet card. There's a swirl up there right by his ear. All right, next we have this is really cool. So this is a Japanese Dark Feraligatr, and the sleeve it came in is from a shop in Japan. So it's straight from the source. I got this online from a guy that I'm sure maybe some of you guys know, Pokejebble. He's just coming back into the YouTube scene. Last year he was around a lot. He's more of a Japanese collector. He had a website where he would sell Japanese Pokemon cards. Fortunately, I was able to get this and the next card you see also from him at a very fair price. I think they were both less than $20. So to get a vintage card for less than $20 is, in my opinion, a steal. But yeah, the Dark Feraligatr. Feraligatr is another Pokemon I think is slept on. He's one of my favorite. And I think he deserves some more love. Next up, Sabrina's Alakazam. Again, from the source in Japan. I keep them in these sleeves just because I think it looks really cool. Even though you can't really see the card itself, but look at that. Such a sweet artwork. Again, a swirl at the bottom. I like how the lightning bolt, kind of depending on which angle you're looking at it, kind of fades. Alakazam, another slept-on Pokemon. I know there's like a lawsuit going on, or whatever has been going on, where they can't really print him anymore. Next up, we have the first edition Dark Blastoise. And again, okay, so what I wanted to do, this card and the next card are kind of paired together, and then the next set of cards is also paired together. That's a hint. Guess it in the comments if you know what's coming next. So these two I found in the binder that I got, or binders that I got. The first edition Dark Blastoise and first edition Dark Charizard. Both are in very good condition. There's like fuzz around the case, but it's not actually in there. But yeah, these are incredible. That's not scratched on the card, that's scratched on the case. These are incredible condition. To find these in a binder in really good condition is not very easy. Pretty lucky. There's some whitening at the bottom, but I really don't care. I'm not going to be grading most of these cards anyway. I'm a binder guy myself. But yeah, Dark Blastoise and Dark Charizard. When I saw these, when I was flipping through the pages, I lost my mind. All right, let's see. So this, okay, so these three. Let me know if you can guess these right now in the comments. I'm sure most of you will, but here we go. The big three base set. We got the Charizard, the Blastoise, and the Venusaur. None of them are first edition, but whatever. I mean, these are great. So much nostalgia. These also came out of the binders. So just imagine that. You're going through binders that you just got from a storage locker. And all of these came out of one binder. Not to mention the next card that is my absolute favorite, but all of these came from one binder. Just insane. The feeling that was crazy. Last but not least, the Neo Genesis Lugia. This is my absolute most favorite card in all of Pokemon. Lugia is my favorite Pokemon. Rayquaza back here is another one of my favorite Pokemon. This one also came from these binders, but it's kind of shredded. You can't really tell, but it's pretty beat up. But this card right here is my pride and joy of my collection. Whew. If PSA wasn't so expensive, I probably would grade all of these cards, but I'm not. I'm not spending $150 a card to grade it. Not to mention paying for insurance and shipping and all the taxes and fees. It's probably more like $170 a card at the end of the day. I mean, it would be worth it to grade, you know, all of these cards, I'm sure. But I also don't want them to be out of my hands for a whole year, and I don't want to pay, let's see, just if it was 150 flat, so 150, 300, 450, 600, 750, $900 to grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that would probably get upcharged anyway because of what kind of cards they are. And they're not going to get 10s. They probably wouldn't even get 9s. They'd probably be more like 7 or 8s, to be honest. They've been sitting in binders for 20 years. But that doesn't mean they're scratched up or anything. Let's check the Charizard out really quick, just out of curiosity. It's been a while. I know they're not 10s. They're not 9s. I would probably guess them being 7s or 8s. So right here. Yeah, I mean, you could see print lines, scratches. So definitely not worth grading. Definitely more just for my collection and to look at, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I'm not really here for the value of my cards. I got them for such a cheap price that I mean, I already made money off of them if I wanted to go that route. So there is my top 10 vintage cards, even though it's more like 13. But I grouped the big three together and I grouped these together. So the runner-ups, though, another for Alligator. This one's not hollow, but Alligator is one of my favorite Pokemon as well. Japanese Raichu, Japanese Dragonite, the first edition Dark Dragonite, but it is non-hollow. I do have a hollow version of it, but it's completely torn up. And then the Hitmonchan. I love the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee cards. I don't think they get enough love either. Look at the sparkle, holy crap. Such a sweet card. I feel like people are hit or miss on these. Some people like them, some people don't. But back in the day when I would play the games, I would always take Hitmonchan over Hitmonlee. Don't know why, just thought it was cooler looking. But yeah, those are my favorite vintage cards. I guess they're also my most valuable at the same time, but again, I don't really care about that at the end of the day. They're all really nice looking cards, and I have plenty of more. So if you guys want to see my whole stack of vintage cards that I pulled out of these binders, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.